All right, so I get this doorway here. It's only 36 inches wide. I want it to be 42 inches wide. So how am I gonna do that? Take a measurement, 42, straight edge that line all the way up and down. Do it on both sides. And then I'm gonna take a saw and I'm gonna cut on that line. And this is sheetrock with some kind of cement base, so it's gonna be a little bit thick. It might even have some mesh in there, mesh lath. So I'm gonna cut through that and then we'll see how it looks after I cut it. All right, we use this saw right here and we cut the line 42 inches, okay, and a half, because the sheetrock takes up a half inch, so 42 and a half. I had an old pipe here. I think it's a gas pipe that they had there. It's no longer in use. But yeah, that's how you do it. And then I gotta take this frame. I gotta take this frame out and move this to here now. Flush with that. All right, next we're taking this corner bead off right here. Because all this is gonna go away. It's gonna come back here. So just find this metal and you can see where the screws are. Pull that one out. All the way. There you go. I'll just keep working it until we find each screw and we'll pull it out. Another one actually went right through. Hold it on there. Push in. When you push in, it doesn't. She's a noob. You're a little noober with the drill. We're gonna take that off. And we'll go to the next step. We'll pull this sheetrock off. All right, over here we got this funky cutout right here. It's like, and right here it's not level. I think the fridge didn't fit at some point. Somebody tried to, you know, make it a little bit more skinny, because you can see this side's a lot thicker than this side. They did away with half of it, but it just doesn't look right. There's a square notch piece that kind of floats there. So I don't know how I'm gonna be able to fix that. It's kind of strange. And there's a 42-inch opening almost. So gotta take that off. So gotta take this off here though. And the stud. Those two screws are rusted out there, so I gotta cut that off. Alright, we got through that. It's a weird 2x4s going through here. It was like that and one like that. So it seems like they built this wall first, because you can see there's a sheetrock here, and then they built this one on top of it. And that makes sense, because over here, the original wall, they had put 2x4s on it, on the original lath and plaster, and so they made the wall actually wider than what it really was in reality. And so they did the same thing over here to try to make it look the same on both sides, but the only problem with that is the fridge space shrunk. So they couldn't fit the fridge in here, so they went and notched it out again. That's why you have this bump out here. But I'm thinking of taking all this off and trying to fix it right, because that's, you look from here, it's goofy. All right, I just cut the bottom, and it doesn't feel that like there's not very much structural load on that. It's very loose. So I'm thinking that's not even really holding up anything. See, it's short there. All right, there we go. We got it all cut out. It's a little weird in there, like I said, but you know, this piece I cut out actually fits in there okay. It's a little short, like a 1/4 inch. I could probably shim it or just get a new piece of wood. But that's how it's gonna look. That's 42 inches wide. Let's check it out from the other side. Yeah, it looks a lot better. A lot wider too. Alright, I started taking the sheetrock off because I'm so curious why the heck this is one side high, one side low. So I just started ripping it out. Why did they do this? I don't know. Huh, looks like they had an old stud there. That might be why. An original stud that was bigger than regular. So the old studs from back in the day, they were actually 2x4, true 2x4, not 3 3/4 or whatever. So if they had an old stud here, that would explain why the heck the hump. And look, they tried to cut it and they didn't cut it enough, obviously, but it was cut. So no wonder. That's goofy. Yep, just like I thought, it's a true 2x4 back here, the original 2x4, and then they mix in new 2x4, so of course it's going to stick out. And instead of just cutting it or replacing this one, they just left it, and that's why it was a bump out right there. But we're going to fix that. Good. Yeah, that's a 42-inch opening from a 36. All right, got a piece to fit in there, nice and straight now. But see, I gotta put some sort of a 2x4 here to screw into on the edge, because there's nothing there now. All right, got my sheetrock in place, and now you can see I got this gap here. I put some shims here. It's 1.25 inches. That's what I needed. The 2x4 was too big, so I cut that down. So when I put this in here, it's nice and flush. All right, and then I'll just put screws in that to hold it in. And since this is not really holding much structure here, I think I'm just going to put a little sliver there. All right. There it is. And then I'll just put a piece of sheetrock on there. Cover this up with sheetrock and then put my corner beads on. And I'm gonna have to do a lot of mudding right here. Probably put some metal mesh in there because there's a big gap. And then some Structilite. Alright, well, I had to go and trim this now. So it's all flush with this 2x4. I just used a Sawzall. The long blade, just put it on there and went all the way up. That gets you a nice straight edge. Then I had to cut a little bit right here, and I'll just put a little sliver in there, probably 2x6. I got some left over. And yeah, since there's a piece of wood already here, a header going across above this one, I'll just screw it to that one or nail it in. And then I'll put a piece of sheetrock there, piece of sheetrock there. And I'll show you how it comes out in a little bit. A lot of mudding to do. All right, just put some Structilite in that big old gap. I put a bunch of screws in there so we can have something to grip onto. Leave them sticking out so it gives something to grip for this Structilite. And this dries pretty quick. I added some accelerators to it, so it would dry faster. Added that piece of wood up there. Put 3 screws in it, so that's ready for a piece of sheetrock there. And I need to put a sheetrock here. This thing's already good. Next, we're using some mesh tape. All right, there's a first coat on that. Hot mud, 45-minute mud. All right, so I got that piece in. Got it mesh taped and mudded up right there. Got all that done. So all I have to do now is I gotta go cut a strip for here. It runs all the way down, and then put some corner beads on it. And then I got to do the corner beads all the way around here. They never actually put any, so I have to fill all these holes. But I have to skim coat this whole wall, this whole entire pantry room, because it looks like crap. And you can see all the glue they put. They had some panels there that they glued on. So I'm taking that off and redoing this whole pantry. So I'll just fix that later. But yeah, this part is done. Just other than that one piece of sheetrock that I gotta put on there. And then probably one more coat of pre-mixed mud over this, just smooth it out a little bit more. Alright, we just got our new fridge in. And that just barely fit. You could see this little plastic thing. It just chipped a little bit of that. It was still wet, but you can see how close that was. Wow. Over here it's real tight, so I gotta probably round off this corner edge just a little bit more. But you can't even tell that edge is even like that because the fridge is there. So that's perfect. Look at that. Awesome. And it's got room to breathe. It's got a couple, about 2.5 inches still, right there. And let's check out the opening. See how it opens. Now, if this was a 36-inch, it'd be hitting right now. It'd be hitting the doorway. It'd be hitting right there. So I just enough space to open that side and this side, and still enough room to walk through here. So that's pretty good. All right, here's the fridge all cleaned up, all the tape taken out and everything. And so you can let it swing open. Before, my old fridge, this one over here, you'd open it, if the door went past here, it'd want to hit the granite over here. So this one's nice, it stops right before, you know, it goes all the way open. Same thing on this side. And again, if I didn't open up that 36-inch doorway there, it would be hitting right now on the doorway, which would ding up your fridge, the stainless steel part. So this is perfect for us. Perfect. And it has all the settings up there, really easy to get to for the freezer and the refrigerator. It's got a alarm if you leave the door open too long. It's got a max ice, max cool setting, and you got your up and down for the fridge and the freezer right here. So it says recommended 0, so I just leave it at 0. And then you got your filter there, ice in here, so it's all good.